So, damit willkommen zurück zur neuen Folge Genshin Impact. Ja, was ich hier rumgetrieben? Keine Ahnung, aber frage lieber nicht. Ich habe in der letzten Folge den ganzen Kapitel 4.1 beendet und sind wir schon in Kapitel 4.2 angelangt. Ja, für die Reise hat sich wieder zurückgelaufen und wir sind wieder im Hof in Fontaine. Ey, was da passiert ist, wir haben es schon herausgefunden, dass der Dieben schon in der Anfang der Folge des Kapitel 4.1 angefangen hat. Und da haben wir schon so oft gewusst, wer dahinter steckt. Aber die Diebin war ganz und klar im Monster gewesen. Ich war so schockiert gewesen. Also ja. Ja, wer es nicht gesehen hat, unbedingt nachschauen. Steht alles in der Beschreibung, meine ganzen Playlists. So, und dann wird es wahrscheinlich am Ende der Folge wird eingeblendet, dass das was neue Folgen kommen würde. Also unbedingt sicherlich ja am Laufenden. Und gehen wir schon mal in dem Hotel de Board. Keine Ahnung, was es ist. Wahrscheinlich eine schöne 5-Sterne-Hotel oder sowas. So, also ich könnte so mal planen, ob ich noch was mache.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste. Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already. In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Meh, sind bestellt und Palme frisst alles.
Everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life. Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
Ja, danke für das schöne Gericht. Aber ich habe auch andere Gerichte, was ich habe an Items. Aber Palme frisst sowieso alles. Weil es ist schon 2000 Jahre alt oder mehr alt. Keine Ahnung. Ich bin das Konzept.
And if it's not? Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one casualty. You sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Gute Zusammenarbeit.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes. Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
Siehst du? Ich hab's doch gesagt. Bei mir wird nur alles am Essen denken. Was ist das?
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened? Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
Ach stimmt, wegen dem Wasser des Urmeers. Wenn man in Berührung kommt, wird er in Wasser umgewandelt. Also vom fleischlichen Menschenblut zu Wasser. Aber wie kommt es eigentlich dahin? Das ist ja wahrscheinlich ein Rätsel. Aber warum ist es das eigentlich? Und noch genauer gesagt, was ich noch erinnere, wer ist diese Stimme eigentlich, als wir in diesem großen Opernhaus, die wir lang gehen? Wer war das? Das war nur das war als Fragezeichen.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
LOL. Denkt ihr, dass der Boss eine der Fatuis sind? Aber wer ist die überhaupt? Da fällt mir schon mal ganz schnell heraus.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability, it's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through. Where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve. Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are. It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
Wir wollen den Hydra-Account Rat bitten.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway. I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon.
Also falls man dieser hier in Genshin Impact im Spiel und dann noch als Serie kommen würde, als Anime, ey, das wäre eine schöne Idee. Aber welche Sendung? Das weiß ich noch überhaupt nicht. Es bleibt doch unbekannt, bis die Anime kommen würde. Das kann ja so lange dauern. Und dann richtig viel Geld investieren in Yen, die Währung von Japan halt. Es gibt auch andere unterschiedliche Währungen von anderen Ländern. Zum Beispiel US-Dollar, Euro, Schweizer Franken, keine Ahnung und etc. So. Lange Rede, kurzer Sinn, wir müssen dann weiterschauen.
I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today. Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Ich glaube, Farina ist die Hydra-Archon. Das kann ja auch möglich sein. Wenn es wirklich Farina die Hydra-Archon ist. Aber wer ist jetzt der Gott?
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality? Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind? Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think? Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard. All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
Was zur Hölle? Das ist privat. Nein. Das ist viel zu riskant. Die wird hundertprozentig auffallen. Und das mache ich sowieso nicht.
I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep. That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested. Valid point. person's desire for sleep.
Wie kann man so etwas übersehen?
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing. You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
Es wäre ein Versuch wert.
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all. Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta? Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
Paimon, das ist nicht dein verdammter Ernst. Du hast eine Fanta getrunken. Was so Fisch ist das?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here. Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Stimmt.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay. Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
Ja, so viel zu diesem Thema. Okay, Elements-Screen.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
Du kannst ja etwas niedriger fliegen.
Can't you see Paimon's barely an inch off the ground? Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with... Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there? Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Das ist immer schon recht teuer. Paimon, dieser Vielfraß. Ja, ich hab's doch gesagt, dass Paimon ein Vielfraß ist. Ich bin kein Vielfraß. Paimon ist ein Vielfraß.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia! So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your request the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner. See ya!
Ja, auf bald. Grundlos gefallen wie ein sanfter Regen. Kapitel 4.2. Alter, die Szene war doch geil. Okay. Und somit beginnt die Quest. 900 Metern. Aha. Wahrscheinlich in großen Opernhaus. Safe, genau. Ja, die Aufnahme ist schon fast 15 Minuten. Nice. Und da ist das Kapitel begonnen. Nice. Super gut. Nun gut. Den Probenplatz vor dem Opernhaus. Gehen wir. Hier sind ja ein Haufen Tauben.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one. Looks like we're back here again.
Diese Stimme. Das habe ich doch gesagt, dass die Stimme gewesen war. Und warum sagt er Rocher? Das ist französisches Wort oder sowas. Aber wer ist Rocher? Was ist das?
Huh? Trail
Ja.
That's kind of spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache? Vache?
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water.
Ich spüre so starke Gefühle.
Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kind of hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Was? Ein Okeanit?
Vache? Are you my dear Vache?
Ich? Nein.
You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
Ich kenne kein Vache.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
Du warst einst.
Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore.
Du hast deine menschliche Gestalt verloren.
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Rosablaues Wasser? Ist das etwa...
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. And no matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be.
Willst du, dass ich Vache für dich finde?
No. Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
Ich bin mir sicher, dass er dich auch nicht so einfach vergessen wird.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
Willst du damit sagen,
Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
das Bewusstsein in irgendeiner Form weiter bestehen?
I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Etwa Paimon?
Farewell then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, If you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Wake up! Come on, hurry!
What?
Navi is outnumbered!
Oh no. Lex. Was geht hier ab?
Mademoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? Quick, now's our chance!
What the fish? Was ist eigentlich passiert?
Thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father.
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Chlorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Chlorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Chlorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
Was ist gerade passiert?
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Chlorant who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Hast du dich etwa schon immer zu den Kämpfen gezählt, Paimon?
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
Du meinst...
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors, so how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes, so if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
Ein Glück, dass Paimon und ich nicht aus Fontänen stammen.
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger, and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
Lynette zufolge...
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
Ich habe da ein paar neue Informationen.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Ja,
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
die Stimme im Brunnen gehörte zu einer der vermissten Mädchen.
That is important. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened?
Wir sollen versuchen, ihn zu finden.
Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate.
Alles klar, Partnerin.
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Mit mir legt man sich nicht an.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Alles klar. Ich mein Geld. Irgendwas, was ich hatte. So, was ist der Achievement? Ich habe schon einige. Lanek, ach, keine Ahnung. Das ist Französisch, also ich muss da mal ein bisschen lernen. Ja, höre den Ruf der Okeanide und verbinde dich mit dem Bewusstsein. Haben wir schon gemacht. So, die nächste Quest zum Stützpunkt des Spina di Rosa Hof von Fontaine. Okay. Ah, das ist ja auch gut. Dann teleportiere ich mich und damit werde ich erstmal die Aufnahme beenden und eine neue Folge sein. Also eine neue Folge. Nun gut, Leute. Für diese Stelle werde ich erstmal beenden. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Lasst ein Like da und ein Abo da. Und um nicht mehr zu verpassen, die nächste Folge ist es schon eingeblendet, wann es kommen würde. Und wir sehen uns dann nächstes Mal. Haut rein und tschüss!